Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tactical Talk with Mad Dog Armory. I am Jillian.
And I'm Shad. Hi.
Welcome, welcome. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody had an amazing day.
We did.
We did.
Nice job, Alexis.
Yes,
Well
our
done.
niece
And
Alexis
Christian.
hosted us, yes, and her man. And we had a great time. So small gathering. So whether you had a big gathering or a small gathering, we
Yep.
hope that it was amazing for you.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is always a really great time to reflect on their blessings and
Get naps.
getting, oh, I thought you said apps. I'm like, getting apps.
No,
Yes.
getting naps.
Naps too. He loves his naps. Yes. If you like napping, hey, go for it.
Perfect day for napping.
Perfect day for-
Tryptophan really puts you in the mood.
Yeah, and we're here in the Tampa Bay area, FYI, and it wasn't very sunny yesterday. It was a little overcast.
yeah, it was a
so
little gloomy.
A
Yeah.
really good day for napping
Yes.
here in the Tampa Bay area yesterday. Yes. But we are thankful for everybody watching, and we are here every Friday at 6 p.m.,
Except when we're not.
except when we're not, and
The
there's a
last 2
rerun.
weeks.
Shad and I are super excited that you're joining us. If you're a first-time watcher, Shad and I own Mad Dog Armory, which is a local gun shop and training center here in the Tampa Bay area. Like I said, we have 2 locations, one in Largo, which is in Pinellas County, and then our newest one in Tampa on Kennedy, which is in Hillsborough County. And we are very proud of those 2 locations. And we offer all different kinds of trainings for you with firearms, whether you're new to firearms, you've never touched one.
That's right.
And, you know, maybe there's one in your house, maybe your spouse has one, whatever. We can help you with any level of training.
Yep. All the way from beginner to advanced.
Absolutely. So if you just started carrying, no matter where you are in your process
Right.
with guns, we are here to help you.
Yep.
We're very, very passionate about education, like I said, and that's why we started Mad Dog Armory. And then we evolved here for your first time watchers. We evolved into this show. So we're very excited for this platform.
What number are we on?
I think 29, right?
Nice.
Rob, 29? Yeah.
Nice.
So this is our 29th show. So we're very excited for this platform because as you can imagine, we're censored and there's things that we can't advertise in certain places. And
Right.
of course, as you know, the gun industry is very controversial. So
Right.
we wanted to remove the stigma from guns and show you like real people, everyday people, parents, responsible citizens, patriots. We're all just regular people, right? And we wanted to have a forum to teach you about different products,
Sure.
talk about headlines, and give you like a non-biased, honest opinion and information about firearms.
Right.
So we're very thankful for Area 52 TV for hosting us and allowing us to do this show. And we thank you again for watching.
Yes.
So first timers. And then for our loyal tactical talkers.
Tactical talkers.
Shad came up with that. I love it. Tactical talkers. We appreciate you. We read your emails and your comments, and we see them all. We know that you're disappointed, Miss Claire, about us not being here for the last 2 weeks. And the reason for that was we were in Europe. Shad and I are big Bucks fans, and we went over to the game over in Germany.
Yeah.
So we were out for 2 weeks. We decided to go to Paris first. So that was kind of cool. That's how he finagled me into, the castle. Oh my gosh, the
Yes.
castle was so amazing.
Yes.
Notice who's not in the picture.
Yes.
Somehow
Yeah,
Shad
go
didn't
back
make
to that
it.
one, Rob, would you, for a secend? So there's a big bridge. It's a suspension bridge.
Yep, in
And it's got
Germany.
wood boards on it. And there was about 50 people out on that thing, and they were all walking out at the same time because we were on a tour. And so we started walking out. Jillian was in front of me, and I could feel the board start to go, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good over here.
Well, chicken didn't go out, but
No, I
that's
didn't.
okay.
Yes, it was a beautiful view.
But yes, it was amazing. It was an amazing trip. We went to the Bucks game. It was fantastic. They won, so even better.
Yep, there we are. There's the
Eiffel Tower. How cool is that? Yeah, the Eiffel Tower was phenomenal. So highly suggest going over to Europe. Yep, there it is right there.
In all my glory.
Sums it up. Yeah, lots of beer, big beers.
And they won. Look at that. They actually put the name of the team up there. Isn't that awesome? It was a
Yeah.
home game, so it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was an experience of a lifetime, and so thankful
Yeah.
that we went. I was a little hesitant because we have a lot going on, and to go to the other, to another country just seemed like
Yeah.
not a great idea. But I'm glad we did it,
Yep.
and it was great. But we do,
And we met some really,
Yes.
we met some Germans there that were awesome, Bucks fans, and some people are just going to the game just because they want to go see American football.
Yes.
It was really, really neat. So it was a really good experience.
yeah, great variety of people.
Absolutely.
Were there, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. It was really great.
Yeah.
And just to like bring it into perspective, it's crazy to me that the world is so small. So sometimes in this area, I feel like it's small, like the Tampa Bay area, because we
Right.
own 2 gun shops locally. So I'll run into people. I mean, a tow truck driver that came out to the house yesterday was literally like, "Oh, do you know Mad Dog Armory?" And his dad purchased a firearm from us. So I always know that in our area, it's a very small world.
Right.
But going to Germany and meeting somebody that's from Tampa Bay and literally sits right across from us at the Tampa Bay Lightning hockey games is shocking to me. Out of all of the people in the entire world,
At all the gin joints.
here's a couple sitting on the bus for that tour, for that
For the
castle.
yeah.
And Shad's wearing a Lightning shirt and he says, go Bolts, and we look and we're in Germany, literally on a bus tour. And we say, "Where do you live?" "Tampa." "Where do you live?" "Tampa." And we're like, "What?" And granted, there was a game going on, so of course there were going to be
Right.
some people from Tampa.
Still,
but what are the
it is-
chances?
Right. It is pretty interesting. So.
Very, very
Yeah.
small world. And we're so thankful for the people that we met there
Yeah.
that live here, because now we're kind of getting together with them and we think it's so cool.
And again, we met a couple of Germans that one of the guys,
Yes.
Mark, was a huge Bucks fan. And
Yes.
he's like, "I want to come over for a Bucks game." I'm like, "Dude, come over. We'll get you into a game."
Yes.
It was awesome. It really was. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
So-
And a couple of the German people several of them were really excited about the Bucks. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of them actually. And just NFL in general.
Yeah.
Like you think Europe, it's soccer, right?
Right.
Soccer, that's their football. But there were a lot of football fans
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So very
was really cool. It was very
Yeah.
cool.
Very cool experience.
Yep.
So apologies for not being with you for the last 2 weeks, but there was a reason we were
Method
out
to
of
the
the country.
madness.
Yes. And our plan was to do a show from Europe, honestly. But technology just wasn't working for us, and it just wasn't.
And the time difference, and it was just,
Yeah.
it was trying
were
to get from one place to
6
another. It
hours
was 6 hours ahead.
ahead.
We were in the future.
We were in the future. How cool is that? But I did have a chance to talk to some people, local people in Germany, about guns and different things. And it's interesting. I wanted to get some people on camera and kind of
Right.
interview them, but we didn't have the opportunity. But I did talk to some of them, and it was interesting to know how their rights are.
Yes.
And just real quickly, one of the guys that I talked to was saying that they are allowed to have guns,
Correct.
long guns, and it's for hunting purposes only.
Right.
And they come to your house, the government comes to your house, or whoever oversees,
Yeah.
actually didn't ask who the agency was,
Right.
but somebody comes to your home and you have to keep a log.
How often do they come?
I think once a year.
It's
I think he said
I think it's
annual.
annually, yeah.
And they check your log to make sure that you're hunting with it. And if you're not and you haven't used it or practiced, then they take it from you.
Amazing.
What?
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
But hopefully next time we travel, we can do a show from where we are, because I love the different rules that they have, or people's opinions on things. Like
Yeah.
I really wanted to ask Europeans what they thought about America and their guns
Right,
and shootings.
and some of the people are talking about, Trump and, how they
Sure.
felt about Trump and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, it's like they feel he's much better than Biden, but they're still kind of like, in general with Trump.
Yeah,
So that was kind
yeah.
of a,
Absolutely, yeah. Politics
Yep.
in America was interesting to talk to them about, but no country's perfect, right? And it was really crazy to talk to somebody about the limits that they have and how government really steps in on them.
Yes.
And they'll take them. They'll just take them from
why
you.
not take him? Bye.
Crazy.
Yes.
So again, welcome back. And today's show, we're going to talk about gifts for loved ones. So because Thanksgiving is now officially over,
Yep.
today is Black Friday,
Good-
right?
Your Black Friday evening.
Black Friday
6
evening,
o'clock.
6 o'clock. You still have time. So we are at Mad Dog Armory running a Black Friday special,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a tiered pricing type thing. So we want to be conscious of the more you buy, the more you save,
That's
and
right.
all that good stuff. But if you're interested in a safe, I mean, those are kind of up there. But you need, you need to securely save, store your firearms and valuables. So safes
Absolutely.
are clearly a really great way to do that. So if you buy something like a safe, that's a higher ticket, dollar item, you're
Yep.
going to get more off, if that
Correct.
makes sense.
And our loyalty members, obviously, are going to get more off than our non-loyalty members. So if you're not
Yes.
familiar with that, please check out our website about becoming a loyalty member and
Yep.
kind of the things you get with that.
Yep.
And obviously, sales like this, you actually end up getting more of a discount than non-loyalty members.
Absolutely.
So it does pay for itself.
It really does pay for itself. The loyalty program is amazing. And you also, when you join the loyalty program, you get a ticket for our raffle. We raffle off firearms every
You get a
month or
ticket for that
so.
raffle that's going on in that particular location that you sign up for. And if you don't sign up in a particular location, you sign up online, we're going to have to figure that one out. We'll throw it into one of them.
Right. And we are raffling off a firearm today. It's behind us. It's the bolt action
It's the
rifle.
Springfield Armory Waypoint. Yes.
Yes, so we're excited about that. But
Mm-hmm.
going back to the loyalty program, that's the other pricing that's on the Black Friday
Correct.
pricing. And then also another thing on Black Friday, I know Rob had it up on the screen a minute ago, but if you get a $100 gift card, so we have Mad Dog Armory gift cards that are, you can do it
Any
at any
denomination.
denomination, $10, $20. But if you do a $100 gift card for yourself or a loved one or whoever, you yourself get another $10 gift card
Yep.
that you can either give to that person or you can use
Yep.
at your leisure. But that's pretty cool. So you get $10 if you spend $100 on gift cards.
Yep. And if you do 300, you get 30.
Right.
There you go.
Yes, $10 for every
Higher mathematics
100.
there.
Thanks for clearing that up, Shad. Just in case.
Just in case.
So yeah, we're going to talk about the different suggestions we have for gifts. But as far as today for Black Friday, definitely is worth it for you to check out our Black Friday sales.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
So we didn't do like that lost leader thing. We talked about it. It's like some places have like, oh, this box of ammo for, probably below their cost just to
Right.
get you in the door and then get you in other stuff. We just wanted to just give you immediate
Best
savings.
pricing we could. Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So loved ones, Black Friday. So we just want to talk a little bit about when we were gone. There were a few things that happened.
Really?
Yeah, it was really hard for us because being in another country, not speaking the language, all TV and news was in another language. So that was really difficult.
Yes.
The only show we could find just to catch up with news just for a few minutes is it CNN?
It was CNN International, I think, or something like that.
It was a blue,
right.
like it was a Democratic station, which is
Yeah.
supposed to be non-biased, but we all know that CNN is not. So it was very difficult to listen and try to get real news about what's going on in America
Right.
when they're just spewing out all this like hate and all this,
And we
crap.
flew out of here on Monday and got there Tuesday, election day.
Correct.
So
we early voted, and for our tactical talkers, we've been saying vote Republican, vote Republican. We really need you. Our country's going to shit. Our free speech is gone. Our kids aren't being educated properly. There's like all sorts of things going on, and you guys listen. So nailed it. So the elections really went our way.
yes, Florida. Yay!
DeSantis was reelected. We're so excited about that. He is a phenomenal patriot. He
and I
is
think
about the people.
Every position, I think, in our area, as far as local stuff, everything went Republican.
Right.
And then everything in the state went Republican. So it went really, really well.
Yep.
There's been a lot of people moving here, though, right?
Yes.
Since the pandemic. And a lot of people that are coming in that are Republicans, and they're coming from non-Republican states because they're tired of the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, when you've been locked down and your kids can't go to school and you're just
Yeah.
really hurting, that's why people are flocking to Florida, I
Absolutely.
think,
Flocking to Florida.
Flocking to Florida.
Flocking to Florida.
Hey, they just come to me. I don't know. So thank you for listening.
Yes.
We are all about free speech, voter integrity. I mean, how about voter integrity? Jeez, I was so nervous that they were going to cheat again.
I'm still worried about Georgia, about the runoff that's going to be happening. Again, that's still kind of one of those. There's still so many states. How can you not freaking count all of your votes in one freaking day? It's insane to me.
'Cause they're cheating.
Right. And the majority of them, if not all of them, are states that are democratically held governments,
Yeah.
whether it's governors, stuff like that. And it's just insane. It just boggles my mind.
Yeah.
So again, the fact that Georgia, again, is kind of in that situation, thank God it was close enough.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, why was it so close? Why did it take so long? It shouldn't take that long. So,
And people shouldn't be voting after voting day is over. Like, people shouldn't be able to like submit votes after it's over. You have an election day. It's called election
Yeah.
day. So you either vote before, pre-voting, like we did, and for situations like ours, we were going out of the country. We weren't going to be here for election
Right.
day. So what we did is we went in person and we showed our IDs and we voted.
Yep.
And that's the only time that there should be early voting or voting by mail, right? So
Yeah.
if somebody is handicapped and they can't, make it. There's certain exceptions I understand.
Right.
But there shouldn't be that available to everybody. Go vote and go in person. So it's, it just doesn't make sense to
Yep.
me. But regardless, yay. You care about our gun rights and our Second Amendment and
That's right.
the Constitution in general. And
Yep.
it showed. And we're so excited because we're
Yes.
hoping that the Republicans can
Go Herschel.
straighten out what's going on
Yeah.
our border and all of the things that this current administration has messed up so bad.
so if you're in Georgia and you're watching this, vote.
Vote, vote,
Tell
vote,
everybody you know
vote.
to vote.
Yeah, so
Unless you're
important.
Democrats, then don't tell them to vote.
No.
Tell them it's a different day.
Okay, so in doing a little bit of research this morning about, so we took the House, right? The Republicans.
Correct.
When I say
Thank
we, the
God.
Republicans took the House.
No more Pelosi.
Oh my goodness. She was really.
I mean, I'm sure she's still going to be there because she's like
She
a
holds a
statue.
seat. Yeah, she holds a seat there.
Right, but she's not going to be the Speaker of the House anymore.
Right. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Yep.
And then, so Georgia, we're still waiting on to find out about the Senate. So
Correct.
that's the deciding factor, I think, on the Senate, right?
Yeah, to my knowledge, that's the last one that we have as far as races, and I think it's, 50 to 48 currently anyway, or 49
49
to
to
48?
49.
48, something like that. I don't know. I mean, you keep looking and you get different shit from different places, but
Yes.
nonetheless.
Yep.
We're still waiting for Georgia, so
Yep.
go Herschel. Run, Herschel, run.
Yes, Ron Herschel. So was he a football player?
Yeah.
Very good football player. For what team?
Well, so he was University of Georgia College,
Okay.
and I'm pretty positive he won the Heisman Trophy.
Oh,
And then he went to the New Jersey Generals in the USFL, Donald Trump. And then from there, he went into the NFL. And the biggest claim to fame for him is he went to the Dallas Cowboys, and he was traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Minnesota Vikings for a huge pool of draft picks, of which Jimmy Johnson ended up drafting a whole bunch of players.
that was a lot of
Emmitt
information.
Smith.
That was so
Yeah.
much information on who he played for. So I'm pretty sure I got the Cowboys. Did he play for the Cowboys?
He did play for the Cowboys.
Okay, great.
Played for the Cowboys and for the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. But you now have the history of Herschel Walker. And so there you go. So vote for
And
him.
hopefully that's senator for Georgia.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. So when we got back, we wanted to do some research for the show, of course, and we looked at some local headlines. So one of the things that's going on right now, unfortunately, in Colorado, there was, of course, a lunatic that took some people's lives using a firearm, which really sucks because that gives us all a bad name because that's what the media hones in on. And so this guy went into a gay club and kind of shot it up. And I believe that he has preliminary charges of 5 counts of first-degree murder, 5 counts of bias crime, hate crime. Right.
Yeah, hate crime.
And the media just loves like these mass shootings for political reasons. They love to put it out there and put the person's name out there, which I won't say.
Right,
don't say his
yeah.
name because that's what they're looking for, notoriety.
Absolutely.
But you also think about like that they call it a hate crime. Well, first of all, the guy is gay or he's non-binary. I don't know. But so it's not, the media was originally like talking about like Republicans, they spew this hate. This is what happened. DeSantis was blamed. Trump was blamed for this lunatic,
Right.
And it's just all that hate from Republicans and anti-gay and all this other things. It had nothing to do with that. It has to do with a sick mental person that has hate in their hearts, whether they're gay, white, black, doesn't matter. You're a horrible person. to go somewhere and take somebody's life that is not you're not God. You don't do that. It's bad,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
That's bad. It's a hate crime. It's a hate crime because that person hates people so much that he takes their lives, right? Aren't all crimes hate crimes?
I mean, to a certain extent, but I mean,
right.
They were doing an interview with the guy's father. Wow.
I didn't see it.
That
What?
guy was a piece of work. Holy shnikes.
What?
Yeah, no, he was basically talking about the fact that his son wasn't gay and shouldn't have been gay, and basically he was glad that he did what he did to a certain extent.
Get
I mean,
out.
he was. It was kind of that undertone. It's just like, yeah, I was just kind of
Wow.
miffed, but yeah, the guy, he's not very far from the original gene pool. Wow, he's. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, the history of this guy, the shooter, he was arrested and booked on two counts of felony menacing, 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping. He also had a separate incident of bomb threats, and he was arrested in connection of a bomb threat, but the case was dropped, and that's why he passed the background check. It was dropped and sealed in the state of Colorado. So you have a bomb threat that you're arrested for, and somehow there's no answers to it, and supposedly they're still looking into it. But why would somebody that
I'm sure the FBI
has
is
3
looking
counts,
into it.
right, has 3 counts of kidnapping and bomb, so again, when we talk about see something, say something, there's always things that,
Right.
not always, but most of the time, there are things that are leading up to what happens, right? And you
Yep.
need to say something. So here, this guy has this history, and, it happened. So very upset about that, and we're thinking about the family and friends and loved ones of the people whose lives were
Absolutely.
taken. But again, you got to come back to where it starts from, and that's the bad person that did it. It's not
Yeah.
the gun. It's not, anything else. Then recently, there was was it Walmart? There was a Walmart shooting
I think so.
recently.
Well, and there was a stabbing. There was just a stabbing, I think Iowa or something like that.
I don't
Just
know.
recently, 4 people were stabbed to death.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, it was like 3 girls and a guy.
Oh, that was the college.
Yeah.
I didn't read up on
Right,
that at all.
me neither. But
Yeah.
again, it's like, okay, but do you hear, or where are they on that situation? It's like, look, this is freaking awful. I mean, this is mental illness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not right,
No.
period.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just about, making sure that we hold the people accountable that do it, and not necessarily try to just branch out and say, you know what, it's this fault. This is the
Right.
fault right here. No, this is not the fault. It's this. This is the fault, not this.
Yeah.
Right? Because law-abiding citizens and patriots and people that love guns and love firearms like us, we're enthusiasts. We love shooting. We love teaching people
Right.
about it. This is an amazing industry, and it's helped so many people.
Absolutely.
And we don't like the fact that these are blamed when it's actually the person, right?
Again, it's an agenda. I mean, we talk about this
Yeah,
until the
it's
cows
political.
come home. It is 100% political.
Yes.
And when we were over in Germany, we did go to Dachau, to kind of go back a little bit, right? And concentration camp. It was the first concentration camp that had started. And, we're getting a tour from, and actually an Englishman, but he's married into German family. And he was really good. I mean, he really gave a lot of information and stuff, but he talked about how the Nazi Party started and kind of that whole background. And a lot of what we're seeing happening right now in the Democratic Party, is similar. And again, I'm not calling them Nazis, but very similar to how that whole party took over and what they did once they got in control.
Yeah.
So and again, you hear this from other places and see it from other places, and it's, the light starts to go off and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And ultimately, they want to take away the way that you can protect yourself so that they can
Yeah.
rule you how they want to rule you. Do
Yeah.
not allow this to occur.
Yeah, we live in a free society, and we need to just hold criminals accountable for being criminals,
Absolutely.
and law-abiding citizens should be free to make decisions on their own.
Right.
And what Chad's talking about in Germany, I wasn't really happy about going there. It's a very somber visit. It's a very deep, somber place to go.
Yeah.
The one thing I did take away from there is I'm so thankful that we have our Second Amendment rights, because when the Germans and the Nazis were taking these people, and they were taking their own citizens, Germans, not just Jewish people, Germans that were questioning the government or were street people that, artists or anybody that just didn't
that thought differently
than them. They were being brought to these camps. And it's so terrifying to me that I'm like, why couldn't these people fight back? I mean, there were 30,000 people at that one camp and they had no defense, and they were pulling them from their homes and they were just taking them right off the street.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. So it just made us very thankful to be in a free world and have our Second Amendment because nobody's taken me.
Yeah. And the Nazi Party was only like 30% or something like that of the society at that particular moment in time. Yet they ruled with an iron fist. Basically, is what it came down to.
Yeah, it was really over the top. Yeah. So just very thankful to be in a free in America and. And it's really just, I wish people really could understand how free we are. Even though we don't agree with this administration and we complain about, different things, we're still a free society, and going to other countries and seeing that stuff is still happening. That stuff is happening in other countries and, it could potentially happen again.
Yep.
Hopefully not. So let's get into some of the guns. We went over a little bit on headlines today, but we wanted to get caught up because we've been away.
Yep.
So one last thing before we actually move on is President Trump, former President Trump, announced his candidacy for presidency. Yep. So we want to kind of know what you think about that. So send us an email or whatever, tacticaltalk@mdarmory.com.
Yes.
We want to kind of know what you think about that. So I'm pretty sure that most people that are watching are Second Amendment enthusiasts and patriots and Republicans. And so if he is the leader of the Republican Party and he's running, what do you think about that? Like, would you rather DeSantis run? Of course,
or somebody else for
being
that matter.
in Florida, we don't want DeSantis to run because then we lose him in Florida.
Right.
However, I think he would really help the country. But as far as President Trump, I mean, I'm just curious, right?
I know. Well, it's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting, for that candidacy to see who gets it.
Yeah.
Are people going to run against him? That's going to be the first thing. And I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
But again, if you do, at that point, you're kind of...
It's tough.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough. It's a tough one. So anyway, that's what I want to leave there. All right. So let's talk about what we brought today. So we're going to talk some guns. And by the way, if you are a loyalty member and you belong to our shooting clubs, we're having our holiday party. So keep an eye out for your email about that. We'll send it out today and give you the details about that.
Cool.
But it will be on the 12th. If you're watching local and you're a member, it'll be on December 12th is our holiday party. But look out for that email, okay? Awesome. All right, so what did we bring with us today? So let's just say you have somebody on your Christmas list that you want to buy for. You're not sure what they're into, what they like. Or you're into guns and you want to get somebody in your family or a friend or whatever
into
it. So kind of like wanted to break down what's kind of good, what's bad, what you should and shouldn't do and things like that.
Cool.
So kind of that's where we're at today. Okay. One of the things that I really like as a gift to somebody or just to give you the knowledge of this is Cerakote, right? So Cerakote we talked about, I think, in show 1.
Yep. So it's been a bit.
Our first show. So if you're...
Don't go back and watch that.
No, if you haven't gotten...
We'll talk about it now.
It's so funny. Our first show, we're not experienced showmen, if you couldn't tell. And so we really
Oh, yeah.
We winged it.
Yeah.
And so we talked about Cerakote. So Cerakote, Ceracote, I think.
Yes.
Cerakote is a company that came up with basically... Paint for guns, right? So a lot of times we'll hear, here's a pink gun, here's a blue gun. I want this color gun. Any gun could be any color. We can make it that color, right?
Yep.
So what's most important is figuring out what gun is good for you and that particular use and not necessarily the color. So don't go by the color of the gun because we can change it using Cerakote.
Yep.
So these are just some of the colors that they have. I mean, we've done such cool themes. We can do engraving. We can personalize your guns.
We'll personalize the shit out of that thing for you. Absolutely.
I mean, we've done Wonder Woman theme. We've done Superman, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Boba Fett.
Yes. So we could do themes. We can do colors. As you can see on the Desert Eagle here, that's like a distressed almost like stormtrooper.
It's a white distressed.
A white
Yep.
distressed. So I really love the distressed look. Like
Yep.
that's like one of my
Well,
favorites.
It's nice because if it's crisp and clean and all of a sudden you put the thing down, you get a little nick or something like that on it. It's like, oh crap. At
You don't
least
see it.
distressed, you can't tell.
Sure.
So if something happens, like, okay, no big deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so distressed is really cool. We can also do like different parts of the firearm, right? So if we look at this guy here, so what we did on this one, and we just Cerakoted this one just to make it
shits and
stand
giggles.
out. Yeah, to make it stand out a little bit more than just the black, is we did just the slide. So just this part here.
and the
And-
mag, the base plate.
And the base plate of the mag. So this isn't too much blue, right? I wish we would have cut this off, but if you can see that, so just the base plate and this, and very inexpensive. I mean, Cerakote starts at like $50. It just depends on what you do, and
Right.
if you do the whole gun or a theme or multiple colors, of course, it's
Right.
going to go up. But very inexpensive way for you to customize somebody's gun for them if you
Yep.
want, or when you're purchasing one, if your friend or family member or whoever likes a certain color, we can totally do something like this, and
Yep.
it would be so cool.
Yep. And we've
yeah.
done like American flags, stuff like that, like on the slide. So it might
Sure.
be like a minimal American flag, meaning that we'll do one base color and then we'll do some other colors. So it's just kind of faint.
Yes.
So it's not overpowering, but it looks really, really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. It could be subtle. It could be gaudy. I mean, honestly, I see this yellow here, and I'm like, who would do yellow? But you
Right.
know what? Honestly, some people really like yellow, and
Sure.
you know, we have a really good friend that likes purple, and he's a dude. So it's like, you know what? Whatever
good.
you like.
Yep.
This guy here is, you know, all pink. So we did the frame
Well,
and the
No,
slide.
this actually came from the factory. So
This one?
That is a Ruger factory color.
Okay.
But again, the manufacturers are Cerakoting because the coating itself is really strong.
Sure.
So they're kind of moving away from bluing firearms to Cerakoting stuff instead.
Yes.
So just for protecting the firearm and the base metal,
Yeah.
it's actually working out really well. So-
Absolutely. So we can do a full gun.
Yep.
Okay. And as you can see on these guys, these are the same exact guns.
Yep.
Right. So again, we can make any gun, any color. So don't let that deter you from purchasing a certain gun or make a decision on purchasing a gun based on the color.
That's right.
And even if you bought this pink one and you wanted it black, we can make it black.
Correct.
So I'm just saying.
Yep.
And then the other addition to a benefit of Cerakote would be the coating. Like Shad said, it kind of protects
Yep.
the gun as
It
well.
protects the metal. So again, bluing is kind of, that's back in the good old days. That's pretty much what was used to protect the metal.
Right, and it's not actually the color blue. They call
correct.
it bluing, but it's black.
Right. Yeah. It turns the metal a different color, and it's really a really dark blue, which looks black. I mean, but I mean, ultimately, you look at it, it's black.
Yeah.
But in doing so now, the Cerakote actually bonds to the metal and is a better protectant than bluing. Bluing does wear, not to say Cerakote doesn't wear, it just
Right.
doesn't wear as quickly as bluing.
Yes.
So,
Agreed.
yeah.
So Cerakoting is a really good option for people
Mm-hmm.
for gifts, and if you can grab, you know, somebody's
sneak out with a
gun, and bring it to us, we can have it back to you in time for Christmas.
Yes.
So, but you got to bring it in soon because it does take a little bit of time, and we want to get it back to you in time for Christmas. So that's why we're kind of talking about it now. I know it's only the day after Thanksgiving,
Right.
but 30 days from now is Christmas, and
Yeah.
that is going to just come by so
Yeah.
go by so fast.
And the other option, if you want, is gift certificate, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Figure
yeah.
out maybe what to do, and we can figure out about what the cost is going to be. And then at that point, you can go ahead and get a gift certificate
Yep.
for that, and that'll at least cover the cost.
Yep.
And then they can kind of come in and let us know exactly what it is they want to do,
I have a
potentially.
hair that's like tickling
Oh,
me.
boy.
It's driving me nuts. So yes, like Shad said, gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
Gift cards are great gifts, any denomination.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested in just getting just a money thing, then that's a really great way.
Yep.
We can also price out like a class for you. So if our concealed class is $75 here locally, so you can just do a $75 gift card, and if they want to use it to take a class, they can. If
Yeah.
they want to use it to buy accessories, they can do that as well.
We had a husband come in
Mm-hmm.
and got gift certificate classes for his wife and his daughter.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, the other day. So it's great.
Yeah, and it's a really great way to know. So let's get into classes as a gift, right?
Yes.
So We have a bunch of different classes that are available on our website. You can check out the different kinds of classes because a lot of times people don't understand what like a certain class entails, right?
So and what you might need to know before you start that class. So we try to do our best to kind of give an idea of what's needed, but
yeah.
Back to your point.
Yeah, on the website.
Yeah.
So Rob just had it up. So it's mdarmory.com. So go to classes, and it's going to explain to you in the description kind of if there's a prerequisite or explain like what you need to, like Shad said, need to know about the class.
And then what we're going to teach in the class.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So like a concealed class, a typical concealed class for Mad Dog Armory. And again, this is our, classes. There are plenty of other shops that do their own stuff. Something that we give, is like a test like this. So it's just basics. So you need to know this stuff in order to get your certificate in your concealed class for us.
Among other things.
Among other things. But one of the main things that you can kind of go by is like if somebody's never handled a gun before or you've only taken somebody, to the range once and you loaded it for them and they shot it, that's not enough experience to take a concealed class and get a certificate from us.
That's right.
Because we don't feel that somebody that's inexperienced should be carrying around a gun for their safety, for our safety, for your safety, right?
Yep.
So you want somebody that's experienced to be carrying on their person or in close proximity that they can grab it and use it.
Yep.
You want them to be experienced.
Yep.
So that would be a different class.
It's a disservice to us and to them. I mean, that's reality.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, how many times have people come into the shop, they have their concealed weapons license, and we go to hand them a gun, and they don't even know how to work the gun at all.
A lot of people have concealed licenses, and they don't know what they're doing. And that's a disservice from the shops they got it from or the gun show or wherever they got it from because they're just popping them out and just giving them out like crazy. And it's like, hold on, time out. This person shouldn't be carrying a gun. They're going to shoot themselves in the leg.
You're supposed to show proficiency.
Yeah.
And if they can't work a gun, I mean, that's not proficiency. Sorry to break the news to you.
No.
So,
it does break it down, the different classes and what is on our website. But just so you know, our packet includes like all different statutes that you're going to learn, the safe storage rules, the justifiable use of deadly force. So a concealed carry class is so great for people, and I love it for everybody. But just know that an inexperienced person, this isn't the first class that they should take. And I know a lot of people don't know that. They're like, oh, I need to take a concealed. I need to take a concealed. And I'm like, wait, are you experienced? And they're like, no. Well, then you don't need to take a concealed right now.
And it's not bad. I mean, it is good, right? Because it's good information, but
get training on the gun as well.
Right. And that's where we do a combination. We call it our full Monty class, which would then be gun training and the concealed class. So now they get both.
Yes, absolutely. So the full Monty class, like Shad said, is both. So that's the firearm training that you need in order to, understand how the gun works and all that stuff. And also the concealed carry in one class. And it's in one day. It's like 5 hours or so. And it gives you that classroom time and the range time that you need in order to kind of get that introduction class. And then, of course, continuing education is always important. Then you have the intermediate class, advanced, defensive pistol. And there's all different kinds of things that come from there.
And one-on-one training. So private one-on-one training. So that's always good as well.
Absolutely. An hour specifically with you, with an instructor, is something that's very popular in our shops.
2 or 3, something like that. I mean, it's, and there's a lot that we can do in those classes, since it's just you and the instructor.
Yes.
So it can be very personalized, and there's a lot of things that we're able to train and do that maybe some other ranges may or may not be able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely a good idea to get people training for Christmas. I have a ladies only class that I teach. They're always full. I just do it once a month in each location. And I love that a lot of times when I ask, how did you get into this class? Oh, my son bought it for me. My husband bought it for me. So it's great to see women out there. So if there's a woman in your life, your mom, your sister, I said brother, but nowadays, who knows? But the ladies only class is really great because it just gives a different perspective. It puts women at ease. Even though our male instructors are amazing too.
They're really good.
But
Andy and Lauren.
But some people just prefer a female instructor. So we do offer that, and that's a great gift for the holidays for sure.
Yes.
All right. So you can also do NRA membership. So you can come into our shop and sign up for an NRA membership for your loved one. That's a really great thing. So it's not only are you giving a gift to somebody, they're going to get a year subscription of the magazine, which has like new products, different things going on.
So we chose American Rifleman. It's you have 3 different magazines you can choose from. We chose the American Rifleman. That's the one that we kind of enjoy. But we actually have
there's a Hunter magazine. There's a couple of different
we actually
options.
have 2 different memberships, so we do get 2 different magazines.
Yes.
But,
But this is a great magazine. I love reading this. I get ideas for the show through here. I like to see kind of the trends and what's going on, new products, and different things like that. So they'll be getting a year subscription to this. And then they also get discounts to a bunch of different places. As an NRA member, you're supporting the Second Amendment and the lobbying for our gun rights. So that's a really cool gift as well. And you usually get like an item, like a knife or a bag or something like that.
How long of a membership you do.
Yeah.
Kind of,
So a lot of people don't think about, an NRA membership for a gift idea, but it is a really inexpensive way to give a gift that has so many different positives to it.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool addition, like stocking stuff.
On memberships, I mean, I guess if your loved one is if they do have their concealed weapons license and they do carry, the other thing is USCCA.
Sure.
Right? So another membership that they have training as well as insurance for concealed carry.
Yes.
That's another option.
The United States Concealed Carry Association, USCCA. We also have those memberships available as well in the store. And they actually, when you sign up for a membership for USCCA, you get an ammo can, which is nice, a hat, a zip drive with some training on it and stuff like that. So that's just another really cool gift to give somebody. It's insurance for people that own firearms, just in case, God forbid, you ever have to defend yourself. It gives you really good information on kind of what to do and things like that. So it's always good to have that
good resource.
Yeah,
absolutely. Very good resource.
Yeah. So very cool, USCCA. Very cool gift for people.
Yes.
As far as buying guns for people for Christmas as a gift, we kind of suggest against it. It just depends on the situation. So if your spouse it says, you hear them say, I really want this Glock 19. I've been eyeing it, blah, blah, blah. Then you know that that's what they want. Then you could potentially get them a gift card for that value, right? You could also purchase it for them. Because as a spouse here in the state of Florida, it's kind of like co-ownership, right? But if you actually want your spouse or that person you're buying it for to do their own background check for that gun to be traced back to them for the rest of that firearms life, you can always get them a gift card, and then they can purchase the gun with that, and then they can do the background check themselves. If that makes sense, I hope. But if you have any questions, again, you can always email us about this. But as far as buying a gun for somebody, it's kind of very personal. So unless you know exactly what that person wants, I would go with a gift card. But if you don't, did I say that wrong? So if you know exactly what they want, then get it. But if you don't, get a gift card. Okay, I wasn't sure if I said that right. Because it just depends on what the intended use is, what their hand size is. Do they like simple finger grooves on it? Do they not like finger grooves? There's like so many things. That
ultimately you put it in your hand. It's like, oh, they thought that they wanted it. They put it in their hand. They're like, oh, I don't like the way this fits. Right. So then we put them into something else. Like, oh, wow, I like this one. Okay, perfect. It might be the same size, might be the same cartridge. But now all of a sudden it's something that just fits them a little bit better.
Right. Yeah. So just don't assume like, hey, they'll like this, they'll like that. It really is important for that person to kind of pick it out. So maybe visit a gun shop with that person and kind of feel them out and just
listen to what they're saying and see what it's like. Oh, wow, I like this one. It's like, okay.
Right. Well, we can't get it today. We can't afford that.
You give a little
wink,
wink to the sales guy, be like, oh yeah, no, not today.
We'll put it in the back for you, and hold on to it.
We've done that a couple times for some spouses. It's been really good.
Yeah, for sure. They come in, they drool on it, and they're like, no way. And then the wife comes back and buys it for them, doesn't tell them. It's amazing.
And then they come back in, they're like, hey, I want to go ahead and get that now. It's like, oh man, sorry, sold it.
Sold.
And they're like, what?
It's so great when that happens. And then Christmas comes and goes.
They come back after Christmas like, I got it. We're like, we know.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you can finagle and sneak around, it's always good to surprise somebody with something they really want. The other thing about buying guns for people and having availability and things like that. So
Yes.
it is always good if you do decide that there's something, you come in and you see something you like, especially if it's a pre-owned gun. So that is really, really important to take it off the shelf. You must leave us a deposit.
Right.
You have to understand that those don't come in every day, right?
Right.
So there's our inventory changes constantly. So when people call and they're like, hey, how much is this? We're like, we can't really give you the price because there's specials going on, there's sales going on. We have some that are used, we have some with this,
Right.
these accessories, or this one's Cerakoted, or this one's this.
Right.
So it's really hard to give a price. But as far as used, pre-owned things,
Mm-hmm.
you need to swipe those as soon as you can, because we're not getting another one. It's a used gun. It's
The likelihood of getting another one, and
Very
maybe at
rare.
that price point, right?
Right.
What's the price point? It might be priced. The customer's like, whatever, they want to get rid of it. It might be consignment, or we're doing it, and I
Yeah.
want to hold on to it.
You're
So
going to
we
want
get in and get it out.
Swipe them up. So
Yeah.
anything pre-owned, swipe it up at the shops, leave a deposit, and there's always ways to pay it off. And actually now, with Christmas being 30 days away, the layaway program's really great.
Yeah.
So you just put some money
Yeah.
down, and you can
20%
pay it
down,
off.
you got 30 days to pay it off. You don't have to make any payments,
Mm-hmm.
but I get it. A lot of times people get money, they don't want to spend it on something else, so you want to come in and spend it on that, and that's fine. Or you can just come in and pay it off when you're ready to pick it up.
Yep. So you definitely are going to want to make payments and pay it off, because then that's how you get it, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so those are some ideas for you guys. I want to get to the drawing for Tampa because last time we kind of ran really low on time. So I want to get to that real quick, and then we could jump back to this. Is that
Okay.
cool?
Sure.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the raffles that are going on in the stores. So
Okay.
local to Tampa Bay, guys, we have Largo, who has a raffle right now.
Yep.
So it's $10 a chance, and you'll get a raffle ticket for $10, and then you get entered into win the free item. So it's
Right.
basically you're paying $10 a chance, but you don't have to pay anything else other than the background check fee, which
Correct.
is $5.
Yep.
And
And that is for a Colt AR-15.
yes,
So
true.
M4, Colt M4 carbine.
A real Colt AR-15 for free.
I think we did 130 tickets.
Okay.
And we've already been selling a bunch. So I don't think there's a lot left, to be honest with you. I think there's
Yeah.
like 15 or 20 left.
Yeah, there's
maybe,
not
or
a lot of
less.
tickets left over
Yeah.
there in Largo, in the Largo store. So get in, get your ticket, because that is a true AR-15, a Colt, very nice AR-15.
We'll
So-
probably be doing the drawing next week, would be
Yeah.
my guess. I couldn't imagine it being longer than that.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
we'll always do the drawing here on Tactical Talk. So make sure that you watch for that winner. So, but today's raffle, we're raffling
boy.
off Tampa's previous raffle,
Yes.
which is the
Springfield Armory Waypoint.
Springfield Armory Waypoint rifle. It's a bolt action,
It is an old
and it comes with a whole bunch of ammo.
Yep. So we got 100 rounds of ammo. It is the 6.5 PRC is the cartridge.
Yep.
And it is the Hornady Precision Hunter cartridge, which is a really good cartridge.
Yes, and with
Good ammo.
hunting season upon us, this is a really great gun to win today.
Yes.
So we are super excited for the winner that's about to be drawn.
Yep.
And while we're shaking those up, let's talk about the raffles that are currently going on in Tampa, because this one's over. We're picking the winner. Shad loves when I say that. The ones that we have currently, I was just in Tampa yesterday or the day before. The coolest, the one with the drum, Tommy
Tommy gun.
gun. They're raffling a Tommy gun.
Yeah, so I think you get
It's
two.
a new Tommy gun.
Right,
it's
it's a
not
new-
like an old,
Correct.
an old one.
Correct. So, and I think you get two guns. So you're getting a Tommy gun and a pistol. You're getting a CZ pistol. So both, same
Right.
raffle.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Two guns.
Two guns,
Now
one
that
raffle.
raffle price is more
20
than.
bucks. 20 bucks per chance.
Okay.
And there's like 300 tickets, I think, or something
Okay.
like that.
So Tampa's current raffle right now is two firearms. So the Tommy gun
Mm-hmm.
rifle.
With 100, I think you get a 30 round stick magazine and a 100 round drum.
So
Tommy
cool.
gun.
It's right on display when you go into the Tampa store. So if you're in the area, just stop in and just check it out. It's really, really cool. I love the look of the Tommy gun. It's so classic,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And then the pistol, and then you have a pistol that that is also the same. Is it a CZ?
It is a CZ. It's a CZ A01, which is a really nice gun.
Yeah, I was really surprised at that package. Can you imagine that being under your tree? So if you win it, you can always gift it if you really like the person. I mean, you probably have to
I love
really
you, babe,
like
but
the
I don't
person.
know. I don't know about that one.
So,
I guess you could have the Tommy gun. I'll take the CZ. I think I'd be okay with that.
But what a good Christmas present to yourself, right? So just get
absolutely.
in for $20 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like you can win a Tommy gun and a CZ pistol, which is like pretty awesome.
Your
So,
chances are much better at winning that than the lottery. This I can assure you.
Yeah. Way better. Way better. So definitely stop into the shop, see those guns that we have on for raffle. And this guy, we're about to announce the winner, so we're very excited about that. You want to pick it? You want me to pick it?
No, you get to pick it.
All right, I'm
You
not
get
going
to
to
pick the winner.
look. I'm going in. Here we go.
Just one.
Ooh, I'm going over here. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is.
All right, winner, chicken dinner.
All right, I'm going to put my glasses on. Here is the winner of this firearm.
Springfield Armory Waypoint.
Jonathan. I can never read. Hafer?
I don't know. I need my glasses too.
Can't read it. Jonathan Hatter. We should have
Yeah, that is
Hatter?
interesting. Yeah, I think
Matter.
Hatter. Yeah, I think Hatter.
Jonathan Hatter Matter.
Yeah, we're gonna call you.
We'll
get your
call
phone number
you.
on there.
Congratulations.
Yes.
You're the winner. And I want to say it's, geez, I can't read it. I think it says Hatter. But the last four of your phone number is 6128. So Jonathan, with the last four phone number of
6128.
6128, you are the winner. But we are going to be calling you in the morning, so Saturday morning, if you don't see this in time. But we are open till 7. So by the time
No,
Friday?
Friday.
Today.
Yes, today we're open until
We're open
7.
till 7. So
Yes.
before the end of the show, you can call if you're watching right now.
Well, it's
you have
gonna
4
be-
minutes till we close. If not, we'll see you Saturday, tomorrow.
And we're open 10 to 4.
10 to 4 tomorrow. So you
Yes.
can come in, do your paperwork, and take this baby home with you. So congratulations. We're super excited for you. Thank you for playing. And we love to know all about like how many tickets you bought and things like that, because I
Yes.
know the last few winners.
We've had 3 of 4 drawings were people that only bought 1 ticket.
1 ticket. Can you imagine?
So,
And the values of these things, I mean, thousands.
Yeah.
So it's such a good investment to
Yes.
do. So very cool. Congratulations, Jonathan. I'm sorry we can't read your last name, but I want to say
Better handwriting, dude.
it's Hatter or Matter. But we'll clarify it and we'll
Yep.
call you. So congratulations to you. And we're very excited about that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So get in on the other raffles. That's very important. Some Cerakote. If you have any Cerakote questions, definitely feel free to reach out. Cerakote is also good for if your gun is worn,
Yeah.
right? So you can always just refinish it black,
Right.
which a lot of people do as well.
Absolutely.
So you can pick your color. We can color match it as well.
We
pretty
try
much.
it's not necessarily like you're going to Home Depot where they can really color match their shit.
Yeah.
But ultimately we can get pretty darn close to a color.
Yeah.
So even if we do need to mix some stuff, but color matching can be kind of interesting in regards to we can't match it
Finding it
identically.
exactly, but yeah.
But we can get pretty darn close to something.
And there's actually a lot of like colors to
just
choose
their
from.
base colors.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. There's a boatload of them. And there's also other companies. So Cerakote is kind of, they were the first ones to kind of start doing it, but there's a Duracoat and there's a couple other companies that actually manufacture the colors.
Yeah.
So it may not necessarily be a Cerakote color. We might find a different color that might work for you or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Another thing that we do, and I know I touched on it, was engraving. So that's a really cool
Yes.
idea for somebody that's like in the military or fire department, somebody that's retiring. We've done a lot of those. Somebody
We've
getting
done wedding
married.
gifts. We've done wedding gifts, absolutely, and stuff like that. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, the customization is just endless for us to
Absolutely.
help you out with different gift ideas and stuff. And if you have any questions about that, please reach out to us. If you're like, hey, whoever likes this, likes that. We'll try to help you get them the correct gift that we think that would be helpful for them,
Yes.
you know? But yeah, definitely reach out. Also show ideas, of course. We're always looking for show ideas. So if there's something that you're thinking of, definitely reach out to us and we'd love to hear your comments.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Claire.
to, Claire, we love Claire. And honestly, Claire's story is amazing.
Yes.
And I'm wanting to interview her. And she said she would do it. So I'm coming for you. And I would love to do a little video with her because her story on how she got involved with us
Yes.
is amazing.
Yeah.
And I love how empowered she is. And so I really want to give you that story of one of our listeners, one of our
tactical
customers,
talkers.
one of our tactical talkers. So that's coming soon. I told her I was going to do it with her. And I
Awesome.
really want to do that with her.
Cool.
But definitely don't forget to like, subscribe, and share
Yep.
Tactical Talk on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, all
Instagram.
of your social media platforms.
Well, welcome back to Twitter. Since the Prez is back on Twitter.
Yes, and I just tweeted a picture just before we got started. Yep, and so I want to start using Twitter more since
Yes.
it's now, you know, kind of non-biased. But definitely like, subscribe, and share because the messages are so important, and we're almost to our 30th show, which means that the previous ones are all different things, like about silencers. We've talked about pistols, how to choose a gun, you know.
Holsters, I mean, all sorts. I can't even think about
Cleaning.
the stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
lots
many
of stuff.
shows.
Yep.
So go back, watch, like, subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you next week. What are we talking about next week, Shad?
I have no idea.
We usually the day before, like, what are we going to do the show on tomorrow? So, so like I said, definitely reach out to us and with any kind of show ideas. If you're like, hey, this product's coming out, new
Yeah.
shit with Shad, and I'd like more information on it, just reach out, and we'd love to definitely do that with you. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your Black Friday. Shop till you drop. We'll see you next Friday at 6 p.m.
Bye.
Bye.